How's it going? My name is Smackalaka. I almost died 3 years ago, and I would like to tell you about it. There's this thing called pneumomediastinum. It is a somewhat of a injury where you puncture a hole in the interior to exterior area of your lungs. Oxygen starts to leak into your chest cavity. Now that doesn't sound too good, does it? It's not. I experienced that. It was a cold day in April in my science class. I'm pretty sure it was Earth Science. This day we had presentations. And not the kind of presentation you would expect. It was one of the presentations where you had to walk around the class and look around at all these people's computers. Oh, wow. Awesome. I really want to look at elements. As I'm walking into class, I feel an excruciating sharp pain in my chest area, right at the top of my chest. Oh wow, I'm having a heart attack. I'm about to die. I should start saying my goodbyes now. Guess what? In the midst of all of these presentations, I was dying. I get out of school that day, and I walk to my mom's car and I say, hey, I think I might be dying. So logically, we make the choice to go home and I watch a movie, specifically Over the Hedge. The next day, I wake up. I'm still in excruciating pain and I cannot breathe without feeling it. What are you doing? Get away from me. Crap! Ah! As soon as I wake up, I start Googling, what is wrong with me? Boom! First thing that comes up. I self-diagnosed my own death. I found something called pneumomediastinum, and in some cases, it is lethal. In some cases, it is lethal! The thing that I currently have can kill you. With that being said, I'm calm about it. I go up to my parents and I'm like, guys, there is a chance that I will die in the next 6 hours. We go to the hospital and we just walk on in there. Completely fine. We sit there in the waiting room. The doctor pulls up and says, hey, come on. So we do some quick checks like, oh yeah, what are your symptoms? What are you feeling? When exactly did this start? What did you do when it started? So then they were like, okay, I think we're gonna need some x-rays to understand what's going on here. Which is exactly what we do. I follow the x-ray lady, and she says, take your shirt off. I say, whoa, take me to dinner first. And so she does, and we go to Olive Garden. So I'm there, standing in front of this giant plate machine that's about to scan my body. I'm just glad I didn't have to take my pants off. We go back to the original room, and they're looking at my x-rays. The main doctor walks in, and she says, she walked in and said, you get a doctor degree because I'm not even joking here. I knew what was wrong before they even guessed. Before the x-rays happened, before anything, I knew exactly what it was. I was right. She seemed very panicky. And I was like, oh, okay. You know what? I might be dying, but at least I was right. I'll go out with a bang. She says, we're gonna call you up an ambulance to drive you to the ER. And so me and my mother are thinking, okay, this might be a threat to my life. I'm thinking to myself, wow, I'm kind of a genius. I knew I was gonna die, and I knew how I was gonna die. We're like, nah. We'll just drive 40 minutes. We'll skip the ambulance and drive. We drive to the ER in the main waiting room for about another hour or two. I might just have cardiac arrest right in this seat. After a while, the doctor comes up and says, hey, we walk into the room. He's like, what's wrong? Yeah, I got pneumomediastinum. I don't know if you could tell, but which is a little awkward because he was the doctor, and I assume literally everybody told him what's wrong with me. We have a little chat. He starts asking those doctor questions. Would you like your mother to leave the room? Because this might be a little awkward. Yeah, I would like that. He says all the usual stuff. Have you been smoking recently? Have you had sex? And I say yes to all these questions. It almost felt like an interrogation. He started asking if I've been vaping. Most effective cause of this injury is vaping. And I said, no, I swear, I haven't. And he was like, are you sure? You really think I just took a few puffs? Honestly, I don't blame him for thinking that. I probably seemed pretty stoned at this point anyway. I swear, I don't vape. Okay, Sonny. My mom comes back in. They tell me this case only happens once a year. One dude a year comes in and says, yeah, no, I got a hole in my lung. And I happened to be this guy. So they give me a couple graham crackers and some Gatorade and say, try to eat this, and if you can't, then you will probably die, but we assume you can eat it, so you're probably fine. Before this, I never had In-N-Out, so we go to In-N-Out. I liked it, apart from the fries. They're kind of nasty. And that's my story. That's how I almost died. So subscribe, because in another life, I don't exist.